top 5 ultimate and delicious Christmas Eve dinner ideas for 2022. Okay, so Christmas is right around the corner, and whether you're hosting relatives or just cooking for yourself or your family, you'll want to impress with the perfect Christmas Eve party. You don't need to become Clark Griswold and staple a million lights up on your house. You just need to have good holiday food. In today's video, we'll show you how to have the happiest Christmas ever with 5 amazing how-to recipes that are sure to dazzle everyone, even your Uncle Scrooge. Make sure you stay to the end of the video to learn which of these delicious meals will make you look like a pro chef, when in reality, it sat in the slow cooker all day. So fill up your eggnog, light your balsam fir candles, and get planning. Number 1. Brown sugar glazed ham. Christmas Eve is a day full of tradition, excitement, anticipation, and joy. You may have parties to attend, relatives to visit, or sugared-up kids to wrangle. If you're hosting, you can't go wrong with the classic brown sugar glazed ham. Supposedly, the tradition of Christmas ham originated in Germany, where it was customary during pagan times to sacrifice a wild boar. However, in America, the Christmas ham didn't become popular until around the 1930s, when it was glazed with sugar for the first time. Now we're talking. But before we get to the ham, you'll want to start off with some appetizers. You can't go wrong with GARTEN'S perfect potato pancakes. has discovered the perfect pancake consistency, using both grated and mashed potatoes to create a crispy on the outside, creamy on the inside texture. Another popular Christmas Eve appetizer is a baked brie plate, and there's nothing easier to make. You literally just bake it. The only tricky thing here is the timing. You don't want to bake it too early because it'll harden up again as it cools off. Pair your baked brie with a fruit compote or fresh berries and crackers. Yum! When it comes to your ham, there are a variety of ways to prepare it. Most store-bought hams come with a sugar glaze packet, so all you have to do is pour that over the ham before baking. If you're feeling fancy, you can do a citrus glaze or even stuff the ham with cloves. Pair your ham with some cranberry sauce or roasted green beans, and you have the perfect Christmas Eve meal. Afterwards, it's time for homemade cherry pie. Before we move on to the ultimate roast, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Number 2. Ultimate Holiday Prime Rib Roast. Nothing quite says a dinner party like a prime rib roast. Rarely something you'll make for yourself, this dish can seem intimidating, but is actually quite simple to make. The popularity of prime rib began around the Industrial Revolution, when butchering skills improved, and also common people could afford higher quality cuts of prime meat. That's why it has the name prime rib. Make sure to buy bone-in prime rib for maximum tenderness. Before we get to the prime rib, your guests can enjoy some appetizers. Cranberry brie bites are easy to make and pack in some intense flavor. Plus, they look festive. Get some frozen puff pastries, top with brie, and bake. Make sure to add cranberry sauce and garnish with pecans and rosemary. Or if you want to offer a lighter appetizer before digging in on prime rib, try making simple antipasto skewers. You simply add classic antipasto ingredients like olives, pepperoni, mushrooms, and artichoke hearts on a skewer, and they're ready to eat. Alright, on to the main dish. Garlic and rosemary pair really well with prime rib, so make your own seasoning rub with salt, pepper, garlic, and rosemary. Feel free to add in anything else to make it your own. All you have to do is brush the roast with olive oil, rub the seasoning blend on, and bake. Voila! You can pair your prime rib with side dishes like baked sweet potato, roasted vegetables, or garlic butter mushrooms. You'll be the host or hostess with the mostest. If there's any room left over, you can serve chocolate peppermint brownies, a festive twist on the classic recipe. Starting to get hungry now. Number 3. Citrus Sage Roast Turkey. For our next pick, let me reassure you that your turkey will turn out juicy and perfect, unlike Clark Griswold's, and your guests will probably not bring you a cat wrapped in a box or light your Christmas tree on fire. Roast turkey is a holiday classic, and even though many of us had our fill over Thanksgiving, this citrus sage roast turkey recipe puts a new spin on an old favorite and will be sure to wow your guests. For your appetizers, try roasted crostinis with goat cheese and cranberries. Drizzle with honey and add a sprig of rosemary, and this will be like a little bite of Christmas. If you're feeling ambitious and a little adventurous, try making cranberry salsa. Combine fresh cranberries with onions, cilantro, jalapeno, lime juice, and cream cheese. This tangy, sweet, and spicy dip will have your guests asking for seconds, and likely for a drink. Citrus sage roast turkey is a fairly simple dish to prepare, but you do need to start early. It's recommended that you brine your turkey overnight, so don't forget this crucial step. Rather than your usual saltwater brine, this recipe has you brining your turkey in a combination of water, salt, sugar, sage, and orange zest. This will infuse the citrusy flavor right into the turkey, a taste you won't be able to replicate without brining. With the brining step complete, all that's left is adding some butter and roasting as usual. Save the neck for me, Clark. Pair with a side of roasted Brussels sprouts with bacon or creamy corn casserole. And if anybody can possibly eat anything else, dessert is triple citrus cheesecake. Number 4, the Feast of 7 Fishes. Italian Americans will know what we're talking about when we say the Feast of 7 Fishes. We would be amiss in not giving this exceptional meal its own spot on today's list. The Feast of 7 Fishes is based in the Catholic faith, where Christmas Eve is traditionally a day of fasting and no animal meat is consumed. While we're uncertain where the number 7 originated from, this feast has become a widely accepted and anticipated meal. Of course, any appetizers served at this feast should also be seafood-based. You can never go wrong with crab cakes. Whisk together mayo, egg, mustard, Worcestershire, and hot sauce. Then add in the crab meat with panko and parsley and fry them up. Easy peasy. These are delicious served with lemon and tartar sauce. Another staple seafood appetizer is shrimp. And on Christmas Eve, you can make a shrimp Christmas wreath. It'll be the perfect centerpiece. Start with a styrofoam circle and attach kale or another hearty lettuce with toothpicks and cover it completely. Lay your shrimp on top and voila! It'll be so pretty nobody will want to eat it. In terms of fish, you can choose any kind you want. You don't actually need 7 different types. You can actually cook one type of fish several different ways. Or add shrimp and scallops into the mix, which count towards your 7. And if you don't actually have 7, well, that's okay. There's no feast police knocking on your door. After you're done, you may need a little break from seafood, so enjoy some homemade Bananas Foster, the perfect palate cleanser. Number 5, slow cooker brisket. If you have a long and busy day planned on Christmas Eve, you may be looking for dinner you can make ahead of time. Our slow cooker brisket is the perfect make-ahead meal, and it can be slowly marinating and cooking to perfection in your slow cooker all day. This comfort food is beyond simple with just a few steps. First, you'll rub the brisket with your spices, and we recommend onion soup mix, sugar, salt, and pepper. Then place the brisket fat side down in your slow cooker, then cover with thyme, garlic, and bay leaves. You can place vegetables like carrots and potatoes on top. For liquid, combine stock with Worcestershire sauce and a little bit of cornstarch and pour over the brisket. Your work is done. Now just sit back and relax. If you're looking for quick and easy appetizers to go along with this make-ahead meal, consider doing fruit kebabs with honey yogurt dip. These can be made ahead of time and refrigerated, or whip up a tomato cucumber salad, as the flavors will pair really nicely with the brisket. Serve your brisket with a side of vinegar coleslaw, either homemade or, gasp, store-bought. Hey, this is a judgment-free zone. The idea with this meal is to keep it simple so you can enjoy time with loved ones. Finally, we've saved the best dessert for last, Christmas cookies, a staple at every holiday-themed party. You can never go wrong with a platter of assorted Christmas cookies. Just make sure to save some for Santa and his reindeer. At the end of the day, anything you decide to make for your guests on Christmas Eve will be wonderful, even if your turkey comes out drier than the Sahara Desert. The most important thing is spending time with family. So that's a wrap for today's video on Christmas Eve dinners. What do you like better, hosting or going to someone else's house on Christmas Eve? Tell us in the comments. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.